Tonight on Out and About.
Everything that they love about being here warms my heart, for sure.
We are really excited to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Our team's mission is to take care of all of the planning, all of the thought that goes into a successful event.
I have never known anybody to get their name in Southern Living. No, I didn't. She said, yes, you did. You're number 4 in the state.
Go Out and About.
Refectory means a communal place where people eat, typically in a monastery. You're giving people good food in a clean environment, in a communal place, which so fits Durham. You know, part of the joy and the servers and everybody that works here makes the food even better than it already is. So our whole claim to fame is that it's clean food, minimally processed.
For me, I think food is one of those things where it should be kept simple, but delicious at the same time. So we're not going above and beyond to add a whole bunch of crazy stuff into our food. You know, we let the ingredients really speak for themselves, and that's right where I try to be. You know, you want that visual product, that neon green pickle, you want that, but you don't want yellow 40, you don't want all that. So there are ways to incorporate those images and that ability into your food without using processed ingredients or anything like that. So like a simple one, you know, pickles, you could easily put turmeric in to get that neon color. And that right there puts you, you know, you've got that visual presentation, but also serving somebody something healthy that has an added benefit to it as well.
We look at everything. We look at the sugar content. We look at any preservatives. So we use as much local and organic as possible. It's a big part of who we are, and we are a lot of people's kitchen. There are people that come here 3 or 4 days a week. There's some people that come 7 days a week. Salmon's my favorite because it's Norwegian salmon, it's good for you. Your brain is more than 60% fat, so that's why you need those omega-3s. That's why you want to eat salmon. Everybody loves our salmon, and I probably eat it 3 days a week. So salmon is number 1, all fish is number 1, and and all salads. Our Cobb salad is incredible. Are there things that are processed? I will tell you, one of the things we use is TVP, textured vegetable protein, which is how we give vegans protein. So that is one of the things that we use in our chili. And what it does is it absorbs all the flavors that you want in your chili. So it comes out, it looks like meat, and in fact, 10 years ago, they had a chili cook-off. So we won the best chili in Durham with our vegan gluten-free chili over the meat guys, not the best vegan chili, the best. So at the time, I had a meat chili and the vegan chili. So I took the meat chili off the menu and we just serve, and to this day, the meat eaters are eating our vegan gluten-free chili and are totally happy with it. People feel like this is a safe place and a clean place, and from the standpoint of what they're eating. You know, a lot of people, you go out, how many people don't feel good 2 hours later? Okay, no, you feel good when you eat the food here, so it's good. Southern Living, and I actually missed it because Southern Living sent me a note and said, you know, congratulations, you've won. And so when I clicked on it, Angus Barn was number 1, and so I didn't look any further. So it was a very funny story. So we're sitting and we're going to a Canes game, and one of the couples that is coming with us, the woman gets in the car and she says, before we talk about anything else, I'm going to talk about Laura. I have never known anybody to get their name in Southern Living. I said, no, we didn't. She said, yes, you did. You're number 4 in the state. I said, oh my gosh. So it was very funny. It's quite the accolade. If you want more information, go to therefectorycafe.com, Instagram @Refectory, and go Canes.
Skywild is our animal-themed treetop adventure course at the Greensboro Science Center. It's for anybody who's coming to the Science Center ages 8 through 88. Guests can climb or crawl through our animal-themed obstacles, and they're getting a bird's eye view of the Greensboro Science Center from 15 to 45 feet up in the trees. My favorite part is helping guests get through some of their fears and tackling the courses. It can be pretty challenging, and helping them conquer those issues and get past any hang-ups they're having. I think guests like the challenge of it, and the 7 zip lines that are on the course are very popular. In addition to the 7 zip lines we have at SkyWild, we also operate the Flyway zip line over at Country Park. It's much longer, 600 to 700 feet, goes across Lake Sloan, getting up to about 25 miles per hour as you're going across, and about 35 feet up in the air. Spring's a great time. It's not too hot, so the temperature is real nice to be climbing around. All the trees are coming into bloom. It's a really beautiful time for the Science Center, and it's a great time to visit SkyWild. So you can find information at greensboroscience.org or at skywild.org.
There are 2 must-see exhibitions at the North Carolina Museum of Art on display now through late summer.
This is the Ruth E. Carter Afrofuturism and Costume Design exhibition here at the North Carolina Museum of Art. It displays over 40 years of her life's work and goes through different generations of her costume designs. It starts with Do the Right Thing and I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, and lands at Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Ruth is a 2-time Academy Award-winning costume designer. She is the first Black woman to win 2 Academy Awards, and she's worked with some of the biggest names in not only Black film, but film in general. When thinking about this exhibition and the title Afrofuturism, Ruth really looks at Afrofuturism as an application to her work, and thinking about how costuming and how dressing characters tells a story. And so it's visual art, it's visual storytelling in a different way, and she is really looking at the future of culture through her work. I would come see the exhibition not only to get a view of some of our favorite films up close and personal in this way, but also to look at the development of her styling throughout the years, and the way that she's thinking of this understanding of freedom and liberation and change.
Michael Richards' Are You Down is this artist's first solo museum exhibition. He's a contemporary American artist, and the exhibition features a really diverse array of work, and it spans 10 years of his career. He was an artist who had a studio in the World Trade Center in New York City, and he was working at night on September 10th, 2001, and he was there the morning that the towers fell, and he did not survive. Michael Richards spent most of his career making works of art that paid tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen. So they were the African-American pilots during World War II who were incredibly heroic and brave, but really didn't receive recognition until long after the war ended. So throughout Michael's career, he explored that history, and for him it also became a personal story about his identity as a Black American man, as an artist, and this idea of how flight represents freedom. Even though the work was made between 20 and 30 years ago, many of the issues that he explores in the work are incredibly timely and relevant today. So ideas of social justice and injustice, racism, how history is told or not told, things that really transcend his personal story. Michael Richards was a phenomenal artist.
For more information on these exhibitions, go to ncartmuseum.org.
We have a very solid crew that's become like a little family, and they're here for the customers, they're here for us.
It's our 44th year in Raleigh, so as usual we're coming down to Fayetteville Street, and we are going to really bring downtown alive with a lot of music and art.
Get your business, event, or fun activity featured on the show. Email us at outandabout.tv@wral.com.
The Bimbe Festival is a festival that's been going on for 53 years in Durham, and it is to celebrate African American heritage and history and culture in the city of Durham. We are really excited to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. It's a national celebration that's happening all over the country this year. And so we have some super duper heavy hitters, headliners this year. We will have P.D. Pablo, we will have Mr. Cheeks, we will have Intro, and the legendary KRS-One will be performing. He's a legend in hip hop. It's special every year because it's like a family reunion. Every year it's nothing to see people with their Bimbe shirts from 1983 on coming out there. They're all faded and cracked, but they're wearing them with pride. And people are just really excited to get together and celebrate this tradition in Durham. And if you would love more information, you can go to dprplaymore.org.
Blackbird Brewery is a taproom and brewery in Wake Forest, North Carolina. We opened December 28th of 2022, and we're here for the Wake Forest community. My husband Ian and myself have been in the brewing business since about 2009. And we've worked for several of the local breweries here, helping them grow. We decided at one point that we really wanted to do this for ourselves. Ian is a brewmaster, so he actually studied brewing in Germany and got a degree in brewing science.
Probably the hardest part of starting the brewery was just finding the right location. We think that having the tanks in the background, having beer being brewed actively while you're here, that's all part of what really differentiates a brewery. We were very fortunate to find this location. It was a cold shell or vanilla shell, meaning that it was pretty much just a concrete slab. So it's great. We have, the plumbing where we want it, and we're not having to retrofit an existing space. Although the taproom's been open since December, for me in the production side, the true opening is the grand opening in April. It took me about 4 months to develop the menu that I've always intended to have and to provide some of these long-aged beers like lagers that we've been so excited in telling customers about.
We have a very solid crew that's become like a little family, and they're here for the customers, they're here for us, they take care of each other, they love everybody that walks in the store, and they definitely help. They're an extension of me and Ian and the vision that we had in making this a true community spot and a tap room where people not just want to come here, but they don't want to leave. Blackbird Brewery is definitely a neighborhood brewery, for sure. I'd say the majority of our customers can walk here. If they can't walk, they can bike very, very easily. So yeah, we have a lot of customers from an immediate 1 to 2 mile radius. And we've been throwing a lot of events and bringing in community organizations to support through those events. We have yoga, we're bringing in local musicians. We're gonna throw an event this summer for the Boys and Girls Club in Wake Forest. We're doing blood drives, which give back to Wake Med hospitals and Rex to their blood banks. So everything that we do, we try to do with a thought of what does our community want. Even our beer styles, we think about what are they drinking, what are they really enjoying, what are they asking for.
We made a few hazy IPAs right out of the gates, and the Yellow Submarine being the all Citra one with this really great lot of Citra that we got definitely took off. It's a much higher dry hopping rate than I'm used to using, but we used some ingredients like malted oats that makes a really nice soft creamy body that helps balance that intensity of Citra dry hop, and the whole thing came together really well. And it's I think I bartended on Sunday night, and I think I was pouring 4 of those for every time I poured something else. So we have a single head, very small canning machine. It has all the same technology that a larger packaging machine has, giving us the ability to make the same quality beer with the same shelf life that you get on a larger machine. And so what that's going to give us is the flexibility to try to can as many things as possible. The goal is almost all of these experimentations that we make find its way into a can, which will focus mostly on in-house to-go beer.
My favorite aspect of this business is definitely the customers I get to meet, the relationships that not only do we build through being here and having this spot for the community, but watching other people come in and make their own relationships. And I've now had several customers tell me, oh, I've met a new friend here, and we're now like BFFs, and we go out every weekend, and our kids are in the same class, and we didn't even know it. Just seeing like the smile, the relaxation, like everything that they love about being here warms my heart for sure. For more information, and if you want to find out about all our wonderful events we're having, you can go to blackbirdbeer.com, and our social handle is @blackbirdbeernc across all social platforms.
Artsplosure as a festival is Raleigh's longest running free arts and music festival, and really what it is this amalgamation of the creative community that we have here and regionally, and we bring a ton of visual and performing artists together all under one roof per se, and we have 2 days of really high quality performing and visual arts. It's our 44th year in Raleigh, so as usual, we're coming down to Fayetteville Street, and we are going to really bring downtown alive with a lot of music and art and a whole lot more that we have planned for this year.
We have 176 different artists that are coming through this year, which we're really excited about. We have a lot of different food vendors. We're also working with Darkness Rising this year. We've got Raylan Baxter, we've got Butcher Brown, and we've got the Black Opry this year.
Kidsplosure is going to be back on Hargett Street, so that will be a lot of hands-on activities and performances for the youngest of our festival goers. We just invite everybody to come down May 20th and 21st. Again, it's on Fayetteville Street. Check out RaleighArtsFestival.com for information on our lineup and everything else that you can do at Artsplosure this year.
Whether it's off the beaten path or down legendary tracks, North Carolina has a history all its own. A legacy of grit and determination, forged by hardship and transformed into industry. A story of spirit and the people who have it. And now you can be part of it like never before. North Carolina's Moonshine and Motorsports Trail celebrates our state's history of perseverance and innovation. At destinations from the mountains to the coast, you'll walk in the footsteps of pioneers. See firsthand how humble beginnings became the engine behind one of the South's most popular pastimes. Explore the diverse roots of racing culture, and learn why North Carolina's rich natural resources have made it the premier home of distilling for over a century. The North Carolina Moonshine and Motorsports Trail. Learn more at ncmmtrail.com.
Drive Shack is a golf entertainment venue for golfers and non-golfers alike. We have 3 floors full of all sorts of different spaces that offer unique areas to hang out, grab a bite, have a craft cocktail, and just enjoy your time here.
So at Drive Shack, we bring a fresh new experience to golf. We have cutting-edge augmented reality games and a chance to play on some of the most prestigious courses in the world. The technology is called TrackMan, which is also used by the PGA Tour, and it allows guests to have a realistic experience.
Most people don't know that we have quite a few event spaces here in our venue that offer a wide variety of semi-private and private spaces. Everything is fully equipped with audiovisual, anything that you need setup-wise, catering, we've got a full staff here to take care of your event. Our event spaces are probably our best kept secret here at Drive Shack Raleigh. On our first floor, we have our fairway room, which is your typical meeting space. However, it's really neat. It has floor-to-ceiling windows and offers a huge variety of setup space for your group, no matter what you need, if it's a corporate meeting or a social gathering. Up on our third floor, we've got our club room, which is a boardroom style meeting space with large chairs and a large table in there, fully equipped with all of your audiovisual that you might need. For your next meeting, presentation, award ceremony, or even a social gathering, wedding, pre-wedding, bachelor, bachelorette, rehearsal dinners, you name it, we've seen it. It's really fun to bring the family together in a fun atmosphere where they can all just grab a bite and just enjoy being together.
Our 3-level venue has 96 all-weather, state-of-the-art golf bays, which are all stocked with our Drive Shack golf clubs. And we also have a 220-yard outfield. Our rooftop terrace is one of our most popular spaces. It has a wraparound 360 bar where we serve craft cocktails, local beers. Beautiful in the spring and fall, but any time of year, it's great for your social gathering or corporate team building event.
Our team's mission is to take care of all of the planning, the details, all of the thought that goes into a successful event, so that when you bring your guests and your group here, they can just automatically turn their brains off and enjoy their time here. If you're interested in hosting an event here at Drive Shack Raleigh, please reach out to our sales and event team. You can do this at driveshack.com/events.